In a peaceful kingdom surrounded by lush landscapes and vibrant markets, a mysterious traveler with dark skin, age 50, wearing a flowing white agbada adorned with gold embroidery and a beaded crown, holds an intricately carved drum decorated with gemstones and gold. He stands at the gates of a grand palace, while curious villagers watch in awe. A regal African king, age 45, with a strong build, neatly trimmed beard, and golden crown encrusted with jewels, beats the magical drum. Suddenly, a magnificent feast with colorful dishes materializes in the grand hall. The king's council, seated nearby, watches in astonishment. While festive villagers peek through the palace windows, King Adebayo, now lavishly dressed in a royal blue agbada with gold patterns, hosts an extravagant banquet. The long banquet table is laden with an overabundance of food, while nobles and foreign dignitaries toast with golden goblets. In the background, villagers stand outside the palace gates, gazing in with expressions of longing and disappointment. An elderly Yoruba man, Baba Alyamide, with deep wrinkles, white hair, and wearing a simple brown agbada, stands before King Adebayo in a modest palace chamber. He raises his hand in warning, but the king, seated on an ornate golden throne, waves dismissively, a smug expression on his face. Adetokunbo, a clever farmer with short-cropped hair, wearing a simple cream-colored tunic and carrying a woven bag, addresses a crowd of villagers under a large baobab tree. The villagers, diverse in age and attire, listen intently, their expressions a mix of hope and determination. Adetokunbo, now disguised as a storyteller in a colorful robe and wide-brimmed hat, captivates palace guards with animated gestures. In the background, the grand palace gate looms, and the guards laugh heartily, unaware of his clever scheme to enter the palace. In the grand throne room, King Adebayo leans forward on his gilded throne, his eyes alight with greed, as Adetokunbo, the disguised storyteller, vividly describes a mythical drum even more powerful than the one the king owns. Palace officials watch curiously from the sides of the room. A royal entourage sets off on a journey, led by Adetokunbo, now wearing a traveler's cloak. The group includes the king, who rides a majestic horse and wears a luxurious green robe with gold accents. The dense forest looms ahead, shrouded in an eerie mist. A group of emaciated villagers kneels in a forest clearing, pleading for food. Adetokunbo, with a somber expression, turns to King Adebayo, who hesitates with a conflicted look. The magic drum, ornately designed, hangs from the king's saddle. A frail old woman in tattered clothes struggles to fill her water pot by a sparkling river. Adetokunbo stands nearby, gesturing toward the woman, while King Adebayo, dressed in a resplendent robe, folds his arms in indifference, the magical drum secured at his side. Inside a glittering cave filled with gold and jewels, King Adebayo, overwhelmed by greed, stuffs his satchel with treasures. Adetokunbo, standing at the cave's entrance, raises his hand in warning. The cave walls begin to crack, and falling rocks add to the chaos. In a mystical grove, King Adebayo stands before an ancient mirror framed with vines and glowing softly in the moonlight. The mirror reflects a distorted image of the king as a greedy, bloated ruler. Adetokunbo, standing nearby, observes with a calm but stern expression. King Adebayo, kneeling before Adetokunbo and the villagers, hands over the magic drum. His face shows remorse and determination. Villagers cheer in the background as harmony and prosperity return to the kingdom of Ide. Adetokunbo, now a celebrated hero, stands under a massive baobab tree, surrounded by joyous villagers of all ages. He holds a simple staff, symbolizing wisdom, while King Adebayo, now wearing a modest robe, stands humbly beside him, smiling at his people.